Well, the weather not fully cooperating here in Pittsburgh, but that has not stopped Steeler Nation from filling the stands at a rain-soaked Acrisure Stadium. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And they'll get him down inside the 30 up to 27. Ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. You look at this Steeler defense. They're a unit that struggled some against the run, no doubt, coming in 25th out of 32 teams.
For some defensive fronts, playing the run is not the priority. It's playing the pass, right? They get upfield, they rush the passer, and sometimes neglect stopping the run. That's something they have to work on and reverse a little bit. Make sure you play the run on your way back to the quarterback.
Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. They'll set up a throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Here's Jones on the return. Well, we'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. Looking to put a drive together. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. They go to Johnson again. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. The Steelers had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that because the bottom line is they didn't come down that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
Sometimes I think cornerbacks can benefit from the fact that quarterbacks might just forget about the idea that they might be near the line of scrimmage. How about the anticipation there, sneaking in and making a big play in the backfield?
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Throwing is Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
The Waitman now to punt as he sends this one away. And they'll go ahead and down this one right on the chalk of the 20-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And Walker with it over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 19 yards there on the catch and run. A nice throw right there. And Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week. And he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command. Not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback.
And some room to run now. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Ken Walker, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are on the board first here this afternoon. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The last series for them a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Trying to find Calvin Austin, but it'll be 2nd down. You talk about this Seahawk defense. And they played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
2nd and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. And this one's incomplete.
It certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. He'll try and do this himself. And a nice job there defensively to contain him and get him to the ground a few yards short of the 1st down marker. 4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. This is taken at the 15. 35 yards that time on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 77 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Cowboy 80. Go.
On 1st and 10, it's Charbonnet.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10. 34-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
They'll get this complete to the tight end Barner.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
I can hear the film session right now. I can hear the coach saying to his team, guys, how does a guy that big get that open?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Imagine him as a kid. Just trying to play hide and seek.
No chance.
No chance. He goes to hide behind the skinny tree. You see the front, the back, the top. Good luck.
Yeah, you see him. You don't see the tree.
Deshaun Elliott up to make the play defensively. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 5.
60 Vikings. 60 Vikings.
Again, it's Charbonnet.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Zach Charbonnet.
His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Seahawks are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Now Myers for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
Steelers, nothing. Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 47 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Rodgers.
This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now Rodgers. And he is caught. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
DK Metcalf.
Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Steelers are back within a score.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of words in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Cut 19, cut 19.
They'll drop to throw.
And he's got Smith and Jigba. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's a gain of 31 with right around 1 minute to go in the quarter.
First down, Seattle.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. From the gun, it's Walker. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Stopped in his tracks and given a loss on that play by Patrick Queen.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stump that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Left wing 19. Ready. Cougar 19. Ready.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He finds his man complete. It's Horton. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 33. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Go.
Straight ahead, Walker. And room there to work it inside the 25. 85 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the 1st half.
Buffalo 18.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they got it inside the 10 at the 8.
It's a gain of 18.
Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a 1st down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Here's Walker. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now a handoff to Charbonnet. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Zach Charbonnet with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Seahawks go up by 2 touchdowns.
Steelers 7. Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
6:30.
On play action, Rodgers. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. On the move past the 40. Still going inside the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Calvin Austin, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Going deep for Walker. They've got his man complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top 2 options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. Worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? What a lot of offenses say, touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get one look, and they make their decision off of that. He went through 3. That was impressive.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as these guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got them pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Complete to Austin here over the middle. And, he takes a shot at the end of that play.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And the Seahawks defense gets to him and they bring it down. That one will set him back near yards here on first down on the sack.
At the 39-yard line.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now it's Rodgers. Completes it to Austin. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. To throw is Rodgers. And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. And instead, it's 4th down. Here's Corliss Waitman now, as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taking it about the 16. They juked him. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build up the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
A gain of 14. And the Seahawks first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. That'll be caught. It's caught. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 28 yards.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Here we go. Start.
Out of the gun, a give to Charbonnet. They showed off the athletic Jude. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate. A nice carry. 51 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. A good position to be in here. 2nd and inches.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
There's Charbonnet once again. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
10 at the 11-yard line.
Come on. Set. Cowboy 80. Ready.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
This will be caught at about the
the 6. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one. A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes of that play, stepping out from the middle of the field and really making a big hit. Didn't knock it free, but boy, that's a tough area to go into when you're going.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Ken Walker on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Now Rodgers. He gets it left side to Johnson. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's Rodgers. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Green 18. Get 300. Get 300.
Rodgers going to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Hey, you block over here.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down.
A 9-yard gain on the play.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Boswell's kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play on this perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here.
They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
And I think he was a little surprised to see the ball sitting out there like that. That's a ball he had a chance to come away with, but it winds up an incomplete pass.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taken in at the 22. Gets around it. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing in cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Going deep for Walker. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
60 vices, 60 vices. Panther 11, Panther 11.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Now he'll take this and run. And he's going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Brandon, you know more about quarterbacks protecting themselves, but I have to admit it, I liked what I just saw there. That rookie wasn't afraid of absorbing a big hit. Now, you don't want to see him taking those shots all game long, but he picked up the first down and kept fighting for yards and was willing to embrace some contact to keep the play moving.
And score that one for one of the league's best. Jalen Ramsey getting the tackle for loss. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Here we go.
He'll look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
32-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, It has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They finds Austin complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Got his man, it's Warren. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
That is incomplete.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. He'll find Metcalf. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 25-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Rodgers now to throw. Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A gain of 9 brings up second and 1 on the Seahawks 16.
Now run straight ahead and roll. That leads us to a first and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
A pickup of 2 brings up second and goal at the Seahawks 6-yard line.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. On the give, it's Warren. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal.
A gain of 3 yards. It's
Get
now
300.
third
Hey, take
and
26.
goal.
Jump out.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And trying to find Sharp, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Kobe Bryant.
By the Seahawks. Kobe Bryant on the coverage.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA. Up the middle they roll. It's Walker. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. 107 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. This now a 3rd and 4. He'll drop to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stick.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. after the sack. Here's 2nd and 14. On play action, it's Rodgers. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Go to 50. Go to 50. 26.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Jonnu Smith, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Steelers take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Boswell good with the extra point. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
From the 35, here's 2nd down at 7. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the 1st down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball that cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor, and they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now it's Rodgers. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting the field.
Look out, Rodgers lost the football. And the defense says they have it. They do. One play into the ball game, an early turnover. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of the quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Here we go, cut!
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Well, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. On the give, here's Charbonnet. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now run by Charbonnet. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That'll give him 8 that time. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
18, Mustang 19. Dragon 60.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And the Steelers are right back in this football game. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 10-yard line.
Here's Rodgers. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
630. Down on it. 258.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Well, the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. And the failure on 4th down on the other side leads immediately to a 1st and goal. On the carry, Charbonnet looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. They're going to look to throw. They'll try and do that. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Seahawks are on their way to a 2-0 start.
And this is a balancing act for a head coach with a rookie quarterback. You've got to walk a line with it. You don't want him getting happy feet, but you also don't want to rein in what worked for him in college. And here, he pulls it down, takes it himself, and takes it into the end zone.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you've got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd down and 12. And he is caught. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. DJ Chark, 77 yards. And the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. And now the Steeler offense staying out there. And they'll go for 2. They'll try and run for it with Johnson. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in a 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case, not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try to run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
And the gun Walker with it. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. Try to take this home. They'll run. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Okay, ready?
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
46-yard line.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. That one looks like he'll throw here. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because it might not be
Bucks and the
too
Knicks.
far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession
Damn
is
right.
9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll set up a throw. Working the middle of the field, and he's got it incomplete.
GG's.
The Seahawks 1st down, and that should just about do it.
Now, all through this one, they've had nothing but success throwing the football in the passing game. Here we are in the 4th quarter. A time you think they'd be running the football, they're still tossing it around and having great success. And it appears a whole lot of fun as well.
Now,
Yo, Tim, I'm about to send you my rookie.
It's going to be on the defense for John